Well, thanks for having me. Thank you, Model D. It's an honor. My name is Chazz Miller. I started Public Art Workz in 2003. I grew up in Detroit, graduated from Southwestern High School, and I always wanted to be an artist. In Detroit, when I grew up, if you didn't go to Cass Tech or Henry Ford, you didn't get a good art program. Unfortunately, they started the vocational schools that year, and that's part of my message. Everybody's not meant to be a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. And so I was able to go to a vocational school and study commercial art. And fortunately, I had a teacher that actually taught at Cass. But the thing was, with me, I never had anybody to mentor me or to take me under my wing at a young age to show me the ropes of the art world, or even that you could have art as a career. I had ended up through the vocational school getting 4 bids for scholarships. One was a full scholarship to the Columbus College of Art and Design. Well, I ran home that evening really excited to tell my mother and father I had a scholarship to art school because I knew they couldn't afford to pay for it. And all my friends were getting like basketball and football scholarships, they're typical. And I showed her the letter and she said, "Baby, that's great, but what are you going to do for a living?" And at that moment, a light went off in my head that I really wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to help young people have a career in art. So that's what Public Art Workz was all about. But really the main thing was moving back to Detroit after leaving in 1981 to study art, moving back to Detroit and seeing how bland it was. And it was in 96. And then the video in Lemonade, Detroit, that's where I actually got carjacked a couple of years after I moved back to Detroit. I didn't know part of Brightmoor was called Little Saigon at the time. And I wish somebody would have warned me. But I really wanted to make a difference. And I felt that the first thing in changing the hearts and minds of people, a renaissance is the changing of the hearts and minds of man. And I thought Detroit went through a renaissance, but it was an architectural renaissance and it didn't work. So what we really need to do is change the hearts and minds of the residents in Detroit. And how do you do that? The first thing you do is you start to change the environment. As we know, environmental conditions control the growth of all things, all living things. And the environment in Detroit was literally, as my friend John George says, abusive, especially to children, which was a form of child abuse. So that's what Public Art started to do. And the next thing to do, I was trying to sell artwork in galleries and I couldn't sell it. So I had to educate the people. So I started doing art classes in the community, and that started in 2003. And to this day, I have 4 students now that are going to art school. 3 of them are on full scholarships. 1 is in Chicago. 3 are at the College for Creative Studies. So if I don't do anything else in this whole mission, I feel like my mission has been accomplished because I have young people now that realize that they can have a career in art. And one of the main things I focus on is that art is everything. Everything that we wear, everything we use has to be designed by someone. And thank you for the Museum of Contemporary Art, which is kind of bringing forth some of those things. So just to kind of summarize and just understand that to see all of these projects coming together. In 2003, literally, when I started in Detroit, I went to Skillman, I went to the Kresge Foundation, I went to the Knight Foundation. None of these people even had art beautification on their applications, literally. So I was really out there on my own, and just to see all the creative projects that are coming to Detroit and understanding that all of the help and how it's bringing people together for me is a type of gratification that allows me now to be the artist that I am. I didn't plan on being this community activist. I didn't plan on trying to help rebuild Detroit or repopulate Detroit. Now that I realize that that's part of what I was doing and I have active participation in that, and that all of you are coming along to be a part of that. It kind of gives me a little sense of relief that I don't have to be the architect anymore. I don't have to be the recycle guy. I don't have to be, kind of everybody plays their part and we can really change this game, y'all. So I just want to thank you. If you have any questions, and just some of the projects, that we're talking about in the future are just really some of the same things that you are doing. And that's the thing, there's nothing new under the sun. We just have to do it from our own points of view, our own interpretations, and come together and let's make it happen. It's enough talk. I love the panel discussions and everything, and I wish I could have hung out with you guys, with whoever was there yesterday. But, fortunately, it's given me a chance to be in the studio. And I've been in the studio day in and day out. I mean, for an artist to be able to, wake up and paint and go to sleep and paint, not have to bathe for 3 or 4 days is one of the greatest things. So I just want to tell you thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, I don't know, are we doing a question and answer session, or how are we going to do that? Outside, okay. All right, I guess we'll meet outside for the questions, but thank you for your time.